And we're back on the album on YouTube Music. Shout out YouTube Music. Shout out fucking Joyner Lucas for this amazing album. Next up, Butterfly Effect. Now, this is going to be an interesting one because the Butterfly Effect, I'm going to go off on a tangent. No, I am not. I'm going to keep it short. The Butterfly Effect is something that fascinates me to my core. I find it so intriguing. I find it so amazing. That whole theory, that whole everything surrounding that, I find that amazing. Therefore, Until Dawn, a game that is pretty much all around the Butterfly Effect, has like a red thread through it. I am excited to see what Joyner is gonna be doing with and surrounding the Butterfly Effect. We just had White Noise, which basically gave me a fucking throwback to like back in my when I was like in high school and the punk rock type of thing. Then like that, he brought that back with the song White Noise while making a song in which the subject is white noise to fall asleep against ADHD in your voice, which was amazing. Now we're hopping into Butterfly Effect, and then we have Anxiety Wins, and then New Sofas for some reason. I'm beyond intrigued and excited. Let's jump straight into this. Butterfly Effect, Joyner Lucas ADHD 2. Go check out the album. Go support Joyner Lucas. Let's go. Ooh, nice guitar melody.
If I could travel back into time, I'd probably go sit in my spaceship. The colorful lights on the inside to brighten my frowning faces. Got the radio loud when it's sitting dry. I ain't trying to hate frustrations. Floating on clouds in the sky. What an imagination.
The radio loud, trying to like drown out frustrations. Floating in the sky, imagination. I like the guitar melody. I like the acoustic feel of this.
Frustrations. I'm floating on clouds in the sky. What an imagination. I crank the engine up and take a trip to see stars. Sit on top of the moon, build a mansion on Mars. Take me back to when I had no bandage, no scars. Remember when I was a young and wasn't stressing at all. Someone there to catch me every time and I fall. Someone there with me in my every beck and call. Way before you met me, were no problems I could solve. Swear that I would trade it all. I go back in time, in time. I'll fly to another.
Yeah, so I'll go back in time, power my station wagon. I like about like this is I'm just getting like lost in like the beauty of I love acoustic, especially done like this, like especially also the way like Ren does it. I love me some acoustic. I love me this type of vibe. I am fucking enjoying this. So some lyrics are like what I said a few videos ago. I think on like The Way That I Am or Riot. Sometimes I just get like caught up in something, hyper focus on that, which is ADHD as well. Hyper focus on that one thing, and the rest kind of blurry and fadey passes by me. So I'm gonna go back a bit.
Had no bandage, no scars, remember crank the engine up
To hear where it's flowing.
What an imagination. I crank the engine up and take a trip to see stars. Sit on top of the moon, build a mansion on Mars. Take me back to when I had no bandage, no scars. Remember when I was a young and wasn't stressing at all. Someone there to catch me every time that I fall. Someone there with me in my every beck and call. Way before you met me, were no problems I could solve. Swear that I would trade it all. I go back
before you met me. There were no problems I could solve. I swear I would trade it all. So this is about going back to like things that you lost, even in a sense of like a feeling or like a bond or something. Like it doesn't have to be a literal thing you lost. It could be going back into that, and then probably the butterfly effect. Like what would that change? Which is something I think about a lot. When I overthink, a lot of times I'm thinking about like, if something randomly pops up, I'm thinking, how could I have changed that? What could I have done differently? And then I start thinking about what that could have changed, and that links to other things. I don't know if I'm just weird. Apparently, if I'm listening to ADHD too, I am not. And I'm not crazy, and I'm not alone in that, which is helpful, but also saddening, because I'd be happy to wear that burden so that no one else should have it. Like that's the way the mind works. The way he like can put it into words, and like the way he can say it, like that is fucking insanity. And then in this beautiful a cappella vibe, don't get me started on that. Man, this, yeah, I'm gonna have to say it every time, but this might be my new favorite. Although I gotta say, like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm gonna come back to this.
In time, I'll fly to another dimension to make this right. Kill all this mental tension that makes me fight. It's the only way I know I'ma be alright tonight. If the butterfly effect only made this right.
Ooh. If the butterfly effect only made this right. Ooh. Speaking of fucking deep cutting lines, that one is a deep. Not even gonna start thinking about it.
If the butterfly effect only made this right. Roll the window down when I'm up high. Get the fresh air when I'm flying. It drives me crazy sometimes. I'd rather sit alone in the silence. Reclining my seat when I get tired. Light something up when I'm vibing. Floating on clouds in the sky. Fall asleep under the horizon.
Like about the part about the vibing, also fall asleep under the horizon, clouds. But like that part, I gotta go back to that.
Tired, light something up when I'm vibing. Floating on cloud, I'm flying. It drives me crazy sometimes. I'd rather sit alone in the silence.
It drives me crazy sometimes about sitting alone in the silence.
Reclining my seat when I get tired. Light something up when I'm vibing.
When I get tired, light something up and get vibing.
Floating on clouds in the sky. Fall asleep under the horizon. I crank the engine up and take a trip to see stars. Sit on top of the moon, build a mansion on Mars. Take me back to when I had no pain or gentle scars. Remember when I was a young and wasn't stressing at all.
Take me back to when I had no bandage and scars. When I was young. Ooh. Yeah, please take me back to then. Although, I can't quite remember if that time ever truly existed. That's something entirely different. Fuck it. Not going into things.
Take me back to when I had no pain or gentle scars. Remember when I was a young and wasn't stressing at all. I would change the pieces to the puzzle with your heart. If I could do it over, take it back to what it was. Back before we ever made mistakes from a start. If I could only trade it all, I go back in time.
Again with the catchy fucking chorus, catchy song, going back to the past, changing it brick by brick, changing every little piece, every little part, making it all right. If only I could do that.
I'll fly to another dimension to make this right. Kill all this mental tension that makes me fight. It's the only way I know I'ma be alright tonight. If the butterfly effect only made this right. I used to sit inside my room on the floor, trying to build a fort and use a blanket as a door. Cardboard boxes, drawing pictures on the board. At the times I felt rich, even though we was really poor. Imaginary friends.
Oh man. Like going back to a kid sitting in the living room floor, but like with blankets, cushions, building a fort, feeling like rich because you had it all and you basically built a house inside a house without having actually anything because you were kind of poor. I've talked about like my childhood a lot before. Well, like I grew up, my mom was a single mother. We lived in like social housing. We lived good. I had food on my plate. I had things for school. I had basically, if I asked for something, I would get it eventually. I learned a lot. I wasn't the kid that would constantly ask for new things. I would ask for smaller things like go to the movies or rent a movie or something like that. Took a while before we had internet. Took a while before we had a TV. I was happy back then because my mom made it work. She put in the effort, like building. We had like a tent for like going camping, going on vacations cheaply because you can just go camping, get food from a cheap place, and one time before we went camping, my mom set up like the tent indoors because we live in an apartment, um, to check like if it was all right. And I actually started camping in that, and that became a tradition even after we stopped going on actual vacations camping. I would still like occasionally we would pull out the tent, have it in the living room, and then I could like have a house there, or I could have like live inside and thing. And that, oh man, that brought me back to those memories, and those are fucking great memories of a happier time. I'm having my own butterfly effect thinking right now. Thank you, Joyner.
If the butterfly effect only made this right. I used to sit inside my room on the floor, trying to build a fort and use a blanket as a door. Cardboard boxes, drawing pictures on the board. At them times I felt rich, even though we was really poor. Imaginary friends, niggas thought that I was nuts, but I was only 10 and everyone was out of touch. Dream about the Benz every time I caught the bus. I used to watch the other kids, and now them kids are watching us, but...
Used to dream about the Benz when I would catch the bus. That is a fucking dope way of saying that.
That I was nuts, but I was only 10 and everyone was out of touch. Dream about the Benz every time I caught the bus. I used to watch the other kids, and now them kids are watching us. But sometimes I feel like a butterfly with broken wings. 'Cause even if it's still flying, they don't float the same. I often think about the past way before the fame, and how I used to cope with pain and why a nigga overcame. It's weighing heavy.
Hold up, I'm gonna go back to that butterfly. I used to feel like a butterfly with broken wings would float the same. Hold up.
And everyone was out of touch. Dream about the Benz every time I caught the bus. I used to watch the other kids, and now them kids are watching us. But sometimes I feel like a butterfly with broken wings. 'Cause even if it's still flying, they don't float the same. I often think about the past way before the fame, and how I used to cope with pain and why a nigga overcame. It's weighing heavy on my skull. I wish I knew the pressure was so heavy for my soul. If I could do it over, I'd trade everything I own, take back everything I know. If I could only trade it all, I go back in time.
Take back everything I own if I could only trade it all.
Kill all this mental tension that makes me fight. It's the only way I know I'ma be alright tonight. If the butterfly effect only let me go back in time.
Man, I love the endings of the songs. Like, I love how the songs end with like.
It's the only way I know I'ma be alright tonight. If the butterfly effect only made this right.
Now we go back to the melody. This was actually a dope fucking beat again. But like the lyricism, the song, the things he brought back, the things he said, like, this is, wow. I'm speechless. Like, this song left me speechless. Anyways, guys, we're up now to the next one. Anxiety Wins with Joyner Lucas and Black Bear. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.